identified. Like I told you that one of the constraints was the capacity of the district commercial offices. We are funding activities because it is the activities that we are promoting. But there has to be an entry point. And that entry point in our case is the district is functional. I guarantee you that some of your troubles, financial troubles, will probably be addressed because they should be able to add value and bring more resources to your district. We have information that the EIF has got, is targeting to collect. There are 46 LDC countries. The EIF will help Uganda to graduate from an LDC to a developing country. I forgot, but somewhere in the far east there. But we are hoping to get an achievement. Now, Tier 2 projects that is like Dicoss, we actually have a number of. We have a proposal to address the growing of Ushedi has got 3 value chains: aloe vera, gamma, in the cattle corridor. So there are guidelines for this project. We want to give money to districts. So there are guidelines that have to be met, addressing those constraints that have already been identified by the studies and so on. I think that I want to emphasize this issue of mainstreaming trade because and the complementarities of your various subsectors, agriculture related to trade, how it works related to, how is tourism related to trade. And like I have said, I am a sector that has got the competence to ensure that that sector works. Officer or a trade officer, because we are also asking you money. So funding the activities, realizing that those activities will is one of the, even national tourism is one of the fastest growing service industry in Uganda. Now to the GDP. A number of your Kampala, you are tourists here. You are coming to spend money in Kampala. And that money is going to help the economy here. If we had gone to Moroto, we would be tourists. I'm sure Moroto would get you will eat the food, you will have a drink, you will go and see, visit work and so on, you will buy fuel from there and so on. That money will disrupt your decisions. So those are factors that affect competitiveness. So we are revising it. We are revising laws like law for counterfeit, which is addressing very critical things in our economy and so on and so forth. By the supervision, you have the PS1s said we are actually not supervising, not guiding the district commercial officers. This will now be possible. This will be available because they will be coming over, working with the district commercial officers to ensure that not only do they see the skills, but they do what is required of them to do. I've talked of their training, they will be helped to network and so on. And to provide information. This is a key aspect that you'll be, that actually
those cooperatives which are going into Limbo for the good of our people and for the good of our districts and the entire country. Thank you so much.
I'm Robert, District Chairman, Lady. I want to first of all to thank the Ministry of Trade and Industry for inviting us for this very colorful signing of the MOU, and we are going to witness. We are the witness. I think we don't have anywhere to sign SLC5 of each district is a cow and the commercial officer. And even if we are witnessing, we are not going to append our signatures, but there is no problem. There is no cause of alarm for that. As we have been invited, we are very, very, very grateful because we are the supervisors of the district, and anything that is taking place within the district, we need to know it from the beginning. And then, two, I want to the government of Uganda for at least breaking the Ministry of Trade and Industry from other departments, from other ministries, so that at least now you become a bit vigilant and knowing what is happening in the trade industries in the country. And now we are going down to earth. Because we used to have commercial officers at the district level who were redundant, they were having nothing to do. At least with these activities now that are going to be revitalized. They will have activities that are going to perform at the district level. Because I was elected 1.5 years ago. So with this activity, with this project, I know now you talked of all those funding that you are going to get from outside that will go some district. I have not seen the allocation for each district that the maybe district is going to get this much, so is going to get this much.
You were asking us to make substantive. I don't know whether you are aware that government this year has stopped us from recruitment. And then, what preparatory arrangements are you making to help the districts lobby for this substantive recruitment? Otherwise, this may remain in paper. That's the inquiry I wanted to make. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, sometime last year, the ministry requested us to get land for building the border markets. Some of us, you know, land issues are not easy now, but through all these difficulties, we managed and they got land and even informed the ministry. But what surprised us is that not even to say we've got you a letter and this is the way forward. So, you know, when we keep silent, encroachers are always waiting. So my appeal is that if that was a serious plan by the ministry, they should be able to come to that. We touch base and see how best we can be able to secure this land formally. Finally, Mr. Chairman, maybe for those of you who would like to see unnatural things, next year maybe is going to be the epicenter for what they call the total eclipse, which takes place once in 100 years. So I'm inviting you to come and invest. Because already we are already going to host about 2,000 journalists and about 100 astronauts. So those of you who have interest in investing, please come and invest. Thank you very much. Next year on November 3rd.
Now, first of all, we want to thank the Ministry for recognizing that you have been acting like a disabled person. Acting at the headquarters and forgetting your legs and arms down there. Now, this office, the commercial office, has a lot of work to do at the district level. You know very well that urbanization is taking a root everywhere. So these people have a lot to do down there to make sure that trade is being promoted and even assisting the production sector. And you know very well by location, when we started decentralization, this department, because you did not come up with your voice, this department was put under the production sector, possibly because they thought most of commercial activities down there were mainly on agriculture. So the department is located there. The funding which is coming from other NADs has little to do with this department. The funding under PMG, and I think until very recently, there was a lot of businesses coming up. You know, even the youth are abandoning agriculture and they are running into software activities like, small businesses, soda here and there. And you have a lot of things now you are talking about, what is this language about, these products which are fake. We need to come up with a final structure at district level. And we need the Ministry of Trade to move very fast and delete the commercial offices from production sector
so that they are directly, you have a direct link with these commercial officers, not the way it is now. They have a lot to do. Then two, also discuss with the Ministry of Public Service and come up with a structure, not just at the district. For example, we have in Mubende, we have this one single lady, Sylvia, she's there. She has been moving on foot, on bicycles, and yet the farthest sub-county in Mubende is 80 kilometers away. How can she mount activities there? Immediately you leave Mitiana, 20 kilometers you reach Mubende border, and you drive another 60 to reach headquarters, and then you drive another 40 to reach Kengegwa border. So officer at every sub-county level, because that will be the real legs for you. We have circles coming up in every. A child, you send a child to buy 1 kilo. Child comes back home and the mother says, "Is this the way you used to do down there?" So these people have a lot to do. We want the Ministry of Trade and Industry to move faster at the district level. You are just okay. We thank you for this trade commercial office at this level. Thank you very much.
We can continue thereafter. Please bear with me on that time management.
Thank you very much. We are listening, and I am very good news that we have held for a long time. So there is a meeting of mine, and like I said, we are stakeholders. We need to work together. Called the orphans. We know it. They are orphans. They have been left. They didn't have one. But we are hoping that now they are finding their parents with us. It will be addressed. For example, the issue of cooperatives. We will be having somebody from cooperatives here who will address them. There are issues of border markets. You'll be having a presentation from our colleague from external trade. That's where it's anchored. We are going to tell him what you have said, what you have expressed, and for him to address. Now, to know it from day one that this is what is coming to your one. We didn't ask you to sign, but just that, those fiduciary arrangements, we know that it's always the cow with the accounting officer and so on, but I'm sure the cow, you understand that. Now, from presentation from somebody from public service. These are things that we are addressing, and we told you we are. For what?
Thank you very much. As I do my presentation, we expect the Honorable Minister to join us, and as such, I would be required to put the microphone aside to let her in, and she is allowed to officially inaugurate the project. Without wasting a lot of time, I want to move on straight away to my presentation, be able to answer them as and when they come in. My name is once again David Bomboka Katamba. I'm the project manager at Dicoss. And my presentation is about the Dicoss Project, Financial Services Support Project, which is a pilot capacity building and training project funded by the EIF and the government of Uganda. What are the overall first to contribute to increasing the incomes of SMEs, entrepreneurs, of the employees, and of the people in the target districts. Still under result number 2, reliable information gathered, analyzed, disseminated through the establishment of an information center. We expect the internet router that will be bought or purchased for the different district commercial offices shall be utilized to access the internet and also access information from other trade data centers that we shall be discussing as we go along. The center will have 2 computer terminals, a server, and internet connection using the most cost-effective technologies. And that project intends to commit some funds towards the monthly internet charges for these internet routers to enable you to continue access the World Wide Web and also other business data.
And now we also need to think further, especially the Department of Industry. You've told us about attracting investors, lobbying for investors, but there is a very big challenge of the supporting infrastructure for investment development, industrial parks, electricity supply, water, and everything. So there's also need for the industry department to think about that. And finally, this is a project, as you have said, and for the districts, almost 100% of the revenues are generated from commercial-related activities. I think this is the time for us to think in the room that there is need for us to refocus our thinking and think much about marketing and commercial-related activities. Because we are doing the production part of it, but we are ignoring the marketing and the support activities in between. Market for their products, they will tend to make sure that they produce much of that product, much as they may be having challenges. So if we address the issue of market and the market information, I believe the farmers will be able to produce more. Thank you very much.
Much has been said by the previous colleague. My concern is the reporting format. I don't know whether the project will design reporting formats for us for purposes of informative, or we shall just be reporting as and when we see it. Thank you.
I have 2 short questions. One, in the MOU, which this is assigning, it is clearly stated there's a clause stating that this funding of $10,000 will begin, will be sent in the second year or year 2 operation. When exactly is this second year started? Because my concern is that if I'm assuming in the first year maybe you are giving this equipment, then after some time, maybe after the next financial year, you begin releasing the funds. This gap is dangerous. In fact, it would equate it to a man who has a very good suit but walking in slippers. If these things have to come, please, I would want the situation maybe they are saying more or less at the same time. And also the presenter stated that funds would be sent for maintenance of this equipment. I want to know if these funds would be separate or is already included within the $10,000. I don't know when exactly will this CNA activity take place. Thank you.
I would like to know from the project manager what they have in place for the cooperative sector. Because in order to enhance and the need for our people to be organized in permanent and long-lasting associations, through which associations they can come together to market their products, and through those associations we can forecast the productivity from our people. Otherwise, as we talk today, people are scattered. They are producing on their own. And we see that when it comes to marketing, like what is it that you can get a market for goods produced for you, you can get goods for 1 week, 2 weeks, and that will be the end. Because there are few people producing goods. If we can have those permanent associations, marketing associations, cooperatives, definitely we can focus our people to better productive venture. So I wanted to know what area you have in place for the cooperatives in order to have to strengthen and find and have strong cooperatives which can cover people for the better future.
Officer, Sinjiro District Local Government. I wish to comment on page 3 under key success factors to the project. In the Iron Banks bed, it was noted that the project is aware of the challenges the local governments are going through, and that you appreciate the challenges, and you seemed to be sympathizing with us. And will be commitment of the project to support the district leadership to oversee the implementation program. This definitely will enhance our efforts to ensure that the project is a success. You have definitely made all the necessary groundwork, and you are aware that the districts, local governments have very, very limited revenue base, and therefore your support to the leadership and the administration will also enhance the success of the project as a key factor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to Dicoss Vincent. I'm representing the Uganda National Farmers Federation, one of the private sector organizations which are good partners with the Minstry of Trade Industry and Cooperatives. First of all, I wish on behalf of our organization to sincerely thank the Minstry of Trade Industry and Cooperatives for this wonderful initiative, which we believe is going to assist our grassroots people very, very much, and in particular the farmers who we represent. As you know, we as farmers have been trying to
for work plan development. The first will be